So I think the main focus of my research is around sort of probably economic relations, especially between Britain and Hungary just now. I think when I go to like another place to make artwork, I always think I'm always interested in figuring out how I fit into this whole sort of a system as well, in this place, and what my contribution or what do I take from this place as well. So yeah, so I in particular I've been making a body of work based on a news story in Britain about a sandwich factory which is employing 300 Hungarian workers, and yeah, this was from a newspaper article which had a headline which sort of said "Is there no one left in Britain who can make a sandwich?" And this newspaper is quite right-wing and quite anti-immigration. So for me that was an interesting place to start to look, and a good sort of case to look at, to start to make, you know, maybe work around and make some ideas around. I think, in terms of research, I have been sort of reading various articles that I find online. I'm going to interview one of our teachers, going to interview Tunde next week as part of it. But also I think just the sort of living experience as well is really important to me, and you know, I photograph a lot and I record my thoughts, and yeah, I think the experience is always really important for making whatever I make. And lots of beer as well. Yeah, I would like to do that. I think at the moment I have the opportunity to exhibit one of the works within the context of an exhibition, the mapping exhibition, in spaces of uncertainty, and I think with that concept it fits. But yeah, I would think of exhibiting outside the school, but I would always think of exhibiting outside of an institutional context, because my field of study is environmental art. So usually it's actually public art projects, or yeah, things not in an academic context. So I can only speak about art schools, and I can only speak about my experience of art schools as well. And I think from what I've noticed here at Képző, I think it's much more traditional and much more an academic drawing and sculpting practice is more prominent, and so that's something for me which just doesn't really exist back then. It's not done anymore, you know. Especially, I can't really speak for the painting department in my school, but I can speak for sculpture because my department shares that, and there's no one in sculpture who makes traditional sculpture. Now I think at home there's, you know, sometimes I think it might be good to have some grounding in art history and traditional technique. I think that can be useful. But then we don't really have that. But I think here it seems to be like quite an important thing to really have these skills and techniques in it. For me, in terms of art making, I don't know how relevant it is. Maybe it is still, but I can't say. I only have one experience. Yeah. I was maybe not surprised. I expected it to be traditional, and that's what I heard from other people who came to this place. But I think I guess I was sort of impressed by the sort of, you know, the sort of rigour and study of drawing in this really academic way. I just don't have no experience there, but it's not something I see. So for me, it was quite interesting. Yeah. I think also maybe in terms of like, if you want me to speak about like teaching time as well, I think at home our structure is very free, but certainly in second year, like last year, we had quite regular feedback and critique tutorials with our tutors and also our classmates, and I think that's a really valuable sort of part of art education, is to have that and have a peer group who are critical of your work and able to do that. I found that a little bit less here. I found people that I can do it with, but I also, you know, I think it's maybe the classes I'm in, I think it's maybe less of a, it feels like it's less of a focus, and I think it's a really essential part of art education. So. I think any travel changes your mind. It opens you up. For me, certainly. I am quite a reflective person naturally. I think a lot. I spoke about thinking about my contribution, or you know, what I consume, or that sort of thing in a place. And I often question the value of that, and I think that's an interesting place to look at. So for me, it's really beneficial to come to different places to make artworks. Just in terms of understanding my own relation to society or to society in other places. I think at home, you know, I'm very comfortable and you know your friends, you know everything, you know the place. And I think actually it's a great thing to have that, but it can be, you can get comfortable and you can, I think it can be almost easier to make more interesting artworks in places that aren't familiar. I think the unfamiliar is really good for my practice. Yeah. We had a pop-up exhibition with my friend from Glasgow. We had a concept which we have done maybe 3 times before in Glasgow, and basically it's a concept of bring your own work, and we only use VR 24 hours before the event, and we invite anyone to bring their work to the exhibition and to bring the exhibition. So it relies on participation. If there's no participation, then it's directly proportional to the success of the event. So we did that here at Aurora, which was a really good space, I think, for it, really inclusive sort of community project. I think that was the right place, and that was a good experience because it's the first time we've done it at our school as well. Every time we do it at school, we do it in our school. So I think certainly going forward we'll start to push the event and the project outside of our school and try and experiment maybe in different communities in different areas and see the results. But yeah, it was good fun. It was a success. We had 25 works and we had around 50 or 60 guests as well. So yeah, I think there was a difference for me here, which was that I spoke to a girl who worked at the show, and she said that people are quite shy about showing their work here because of the relationship with the tutor. They always tell them, no, this isn't right, or they're very critical of them and harsh with them. And I think I definitely noticed that in terms of the volume of works, because back home when we do it, we have maybe 50 works and we have probably 60 guests altogether. So almost everyone brings a work, but here it was more like 25 and 50. So it's still good. I think it still worked. So yeah, but also we have the mapping exhibition soon as well, which I think will be good to show something. I don't know. We'll see.